What's good? Welcome to First Stream Podcast. On today's episode of First Stream Podcast, you know it is CWALL Day here. So we have Candy Waller, CEO of Bowie TV, joining us today. And we got a special guest for you guys. Um, Listen, we're going to do Washington Commanders Giants recap, and we're going to do Washington Commanders Packers preview. So we got a lot to cover. I hope y'all are ready. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, first string is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he read GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show.
Welcome back to First Stream Podcast. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to First Stream Podcast. Make sure you do that on our YouTube channel. Hit the button to enable alerts for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First Stream Podcast. That's how we grow. That's why we continue to do the show, because of viewers like you. We do have a lot to cover, so we're going to get right to it. And I got to ask y'all right off the rip. Has anyone had a bad day when your vehicle broke down at work? Because that's what Sid is dealing with right now. But I got a sneaky feeling that HR is not having it and maybe issuing some fines. Hello, Lady A. How are you doing?
We are doing an investigation. That's what we're doing.
Okay. I
Investigation on
figured.
what caused this sad breakdown
Yeah.
at work. Mm-hmm.
I think it may be the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a field goal at towards the end. I'm sorry, a touchdown, missed a field goal, and then the Atlanta Falcons missed theirs.
Yeah,
I think
it
that may
was
have something to do
not
with it,
Sunday wasn't a
right?
good day for a few kickers.
It wasn't a good day for a few fans as
Ew.
well. Or maybe I'm talking about Thursday. Hey, Al, how are you, man?
Good evening, everyone. Good to see you all.
Hello.
Good evening. That's my assistant in the back, of course, my producer.
Yes, we hear hello assistant.
Right,
Making sure
right.
that you stay on task.
But
That's what it
as you said, Pick,
Oh,
there's been some kickers already released. San
well,
Francisco.
listen, as long as Jerry Jones is still good, we are wonderful. So as long as Jerry's still good, we are good. Listen,
Unfortunately, he did wake up this morning, from what I heard, and is still
Al, that
there.
is not
Ow.
nice, Al. That is
Ow.
not nice.
Wow, that's a
He
fine.
said he's ready to pay the fine. He said he's ready to pay the fine
I
today
did
too.
say
And
I came with a little fine money from the
Al,
betting this weekend, so I got a little extra.
not only that, Al, but you lost a bet to me, so that dollar
I
I
did.
need
I
to
owe
be
you a dollar.
expecting.
I'm
You owe
cash
me a
out to
dollar.
you. Cash out,
You
Zelle, or
owe
Venmo. What
me
do
a
you like?
dollar.
What do you prefer?
Now listen, we enjoy family being around, right? We enjoy family. Look, she just raised her head too. She's already. Listen, we have family here every other week, and this is a great week to have family involved. Seawall, how are you doing? Candy Seawall Waller from Bowie TV is here to join us, but we got another surprise for you too, Candy.
Okay.
So how are you?
I'm good. I was like, oh, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Just really getting in from Ashburn and getting ready to go to Green Bay. So I'm all right.
I got a
Mhm.
jersey for you to take to Green Bay with you too.
Mhm.
Oh my God! See,
A green number one. Just saying.
number one.
I,
Listen,
it came in hot off the press, baby.
I feel like that's gonna clash with anything she gonna
it's gonna
wear.
clash with everything she's gonna wear. It is, and you looked amazing on Sunday. You
Thank
know,
you.
I don't know if you saw it, but we stole the picture already. We got the new one
Oh,
up. You look.
thank you.
You gotta start. You gotta start doing some photo shoots for on your Sundays. And if y'all not following Candy on social media, you're missing a lot. You're missing
You
a
are
ton. Listen,
definitely not. She has
My
a very.
outfit of
your
the day.
outfit of the day
Pick.
be
I
amazing.
have
She
one thing
always
to
on.
say. I'm sorry, Pick. I have one thing to say. Please address me as fantasy number one.
Oh my
No,
God.
but you're not. Well, you technically
Yeah,
are, but
I hate
you technically are.
we not
Fantasy number
listening
one.
to this.
Call me
You
King
did.
Fantasy.
That's the only thing you can
It's
win.
week one, Al. It's week one. We
You
still got a
can't,
long way to
you
go.
can't become the king unless you win week one, baby. You can't get
You
undefeated. You got to win week one.
you do. You
Yeah, you're
absolutely
right.
do.
I
I
said the
won week
same
one.
thing.
How many bricks you
Oh,
put down in the tank?
I'm so done with you right now, lady. Hey, listen, let's bring in the voice of our intro, Jeff Walker, from the B Mitch and Cindy show.
Hello,
How
Jeff.
are you, Jeff?
Hello, Candy. We have
What's up?
everyone
Okay, so
here.
look,
Hello.
let me see. It already started. I don't be in this room upstairs, so the fire alarm does not have the right battery. So you're gonna hear a beep here and there. So
That's how we know
I'm
you
gonna mute
family.
my mic when I'm not talking. All right.
That's how you know you family right there.
We're
Because
gonna send you a couple 9 votes. How about that? We're gonna send you a couple 9
I'm
Right,
not
votes.
the
right.
tallest.
Courtesy of Pick's budget, so we're good.
I'm not the tallest, but you know when that thing started going off, I do find a chair, a ladder, something to get up there and change that battery. I don't let it beep until the new year. You know,
Yeah, see, my room all the way downstairs. I don't hear nothing up here.
I got you. I got you. Listen, again, we got a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. So I'm gonna steal Al's first question right off the rip for Candy. And the question that Al had that wrote down, I'm just gonna take it right off of his paper is was Sierra in the building on Sunday and what did she wear?
I'm not. She could have been. I don't think so. Nobody said
See,
anything. We didn't see her, and we
you
would have
didn't
saw.
see her?
I would have saw her if she was there. I don't think
Yeah.
so. No, we would have saw her.
She did not want to be around for that massacre of her husband. Now, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got a lot of people in the chat right now. I'm gonna say shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Please hit that like button for us. Let's
Excuse my
get to the
daughter.
real questions.
Please excuse my daughter.
That defensive line, and you told us we used our clues, but Candy, you told us they are going to be fire, and yes, they were. Everybody kept questioning Kinlaw, and I said it today on the first play of the game, he made sure that they knew he was there. I mean, what did you think of that defensive line? And is that sustainable?
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm just like, you could just drop it in the chat or give me some flowers. I like roses, so I like violets. You know, and Javon Kinlaw is actually somebody I talked about a lot on my show and wherever I was a guest. And it's the overall defensive line, yes, but I went down each player, and so I wasn't, you know, this is what I saw. And then I was like, what is this? And the thing, if you're speaking about specifically about Javon Kinlaw, I can go really into like a whole, you know, I can go to a whole long drawn out thing about everything about him so far that I've seen and in discussions with him, because this is someone that I have literally seen transform since I first saw him in person in May. And I remember, I go through my process through training camp, and then I get to a place where I'm like, okay, and this is kind of, well, I don't want to say it's kind of what I do during the season as well, but definitely during training camp, I'm asking questions to ensure that somebody needs to confirm what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I had spent quite a bit of time I spent quite a bit of time with all position groups, but I play this game now where it's like, okay, whoever I'm just winging it, and whoever makes me look, that's where I'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
And Kinlaw made me look several times, and I was like, "Yo, dude is he is mean. Like this is wild." And it's because I literally understand. You got to understand what the team has done to invest in players' well-being and performance, right? So when you think about all of the investment in the nutrition center, additional athletic trainers, recovery equipment, all of the things you then understand and you could see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he looks different than he did when I first saw him in May, and he every practice it was like he was getting better. Literally, I was like every single practice. Back at OTAs, I think I may have said it on this show. I talked about Deron Payne.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
said it, everybody's like, he's in a contract year. It's actually not a contract year, everybody. Okay, just go look on Spock Track. It's not. All right. He's in a space with people that understand what they're doing. And if you fit what they're trying to do and you can do it at a high level, they're going to stick with you. And if you don't, they're going to release you so you can go be free somewhere else. So that's just, or if you have value, right? They'll trade you. But like in talking to, defensive line coach Daryl Tapp, he said he challenged Deron in a positive way, right? He challenged Deron. He's an A-type, alpha for sure. Okay, be that guy. You don't have to not be that guy. Be that guy. What y'all see, Dorrance Armstrong, and I remember Dorrance Armstrong had an amazing camp. He did, and I was like, yo, what? I mean, I know what they're doing. Everybody should know what they're doing. And that is, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best.
And that's Philly.
So in every single position group category, they have made moves to do that. I mean, this is smart people. I know everybody's not used to that, right? Not when it comes to Washington, but it's real. It's real. Now, hey, the Giants' offensive line isn't all that good.
Thank you.
Okay? But let's also be clear. If they're not, then that's what you do. That's what you do. And so good. Very good.
Yep.
Preseason
now everybody
like it.
Let's take a
it's all it's just all part of what I've been sharing with you all, what I'll continue to share with you all. Is it sustainable? This is why I mentioned the investments in the athletic trainers, in the nutrition center, and the recovery equipment, because that's the answer for everybody. Because it wasn't like, I mean, let's be clear, they got some things they need to work on. It wasn't perfect by any means. And nobody is walking around the building like, hey, no, not at all. It's work to be done. I know everybody's excited, but that's not the vibe in the building at all.
Well, let's say hello to two people real quick. We're going to say first hello to Mama Waller.
Hey,
She's
Mom.
in the building. And Al.
My daughter.
Yep. She said, Dad, I know you see me.
Right.
So let's say hi to little Miss Ports right there, because she really she wants her flowers right now too.
Fan of the show. Definitely a fan.
She is. She said she's famous right now. So my second question before we go around the horn is this one.
Okay.
After the game, the press conference, and I want to know if you was picking up on the vibes that was put out here, but Jaden seemed like he was mad about the play. He just said, it was sloppy, but did you get the vibes that he was upset about how they played?
Yes.
Real
I mean,
simple.
they didn't play it what offensively. I mean, hey, listen, I watched them a lot. I'm there a lot, and I'm just going to tell you that wasn't the standard at all. And he understands the standard starts with him, right? You've heard Coach Quinn give some accountability on himself, the coach, this week as well. When it came to that 2-minute warning at the end of the first half, right? Yes. He took full accountability for that. That wasn't the standard. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, good, they won, good,
right?
But
They not happy.
That
So
wasn't
let's
that
say,
because even in the press conference with Coach Quinn, I had to kind of laugh to myself because I kept it positive. You know, the questions I asked him were about Josh Connolly Jr., was about Nick Ballore, right?
mhm,
And I kept it positive. Even in his comment back to me with Nick Ballore, he got into the penalties and mentioned like they pissed him off. And I had to laugh to myself because I was like, Coach, I'm itching to ask him about them penalties. Somebody else gonna get that. It's week 1. I'm not gonna ask nothing about that. Not publicly, because I'm gonna give you a minute to get yourself together. Because those penalties was atrocious. I mean, Coach Quinn, he
yes,
can't stand those pre-snap penalties. I mean, you're just giving away yardage. You're giving away yardage. They can't do that on Thursday night. They can't do that.
no,
They cannot give away yardage. They cannot set themselves back 100 years with all these pre-snap penalties. It's not going to be good.
absolutely. Let's stay with the recap for the Giants on this first go around, and then we'll move on to Green Bay. Cuzzo, I see your question. It's going to be on the second round that I asked the question. Lady A, you're up.
So, speaking of the penalties, we did see towards the end of last season, we did see some penalties being an issue. And then, of course, when preseason happened, that was my question, across the board. Why, what are we going to do about these penalties? That's what I was asking everybody. What have you seen in the like OTAs, training camp practices that they have been doing to address the penalty issue?
Well, in the portion that we can view, I don't see that many penalties. That's why it's like, okay, it's one thing when you see it from the depth, but it's another thing when you see it from your starters.
Right.
Now, one thing I can say, again, this was week 1. It was against the Giants, and everybody's, getting settled in, right? Week 1. Because so many teams don't play their starters, right? Every time I saw like a mistake, the player, they would recover from it. They would make up for it, right? I mean, Zach Ertz had a penalty, then he had a drop, then Jaden goes right to him, scores a touchdown.
Right.
I think Austin had like a penalty and he was irate with himself. Then very next play, he comes back and as Coach Quinn calls it, an epic game. Yeah. Right? Like Jalen Lane, something similar happened with him. And they're going to take the corrective action in moment. And what it is going to be like, now I got to show up for my teammates because I just let my teammates down. And they know it's something that Coach Quinn, like, he doesn't like it. So I don't know. I don't know. You're not going to tell me everything, hey, this is what people are doing when y'all not around to make sure this happens. But, as the season goes on, and like I said, Thursday night is that's a whole different team, coaching staff. You're going to pay for those penalties on Thursday. You're going to pay for those. So you definitely got to show more discipline and focus to alleviate that on Thursday for sure.
Well, Lady A, unmute yourself. You got another one.
You said I got another one.
Yeah, another question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah,
you doing
2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Two for the recap.
We good. I'm just making, I'm sorry. I was being respectful.
Thank you. Somebody is.
That's funny.
See, Al, you make it so difficult. You make it so difficult. Now, okay, so this is the very first game of the season. How important do you think that it was for us to win this game as far as morale and just our position within the division?
On Sunday, huge. All wins are important. Division win, absolutely. And I think I'm just going to get used to myself saying this. This is so you're going to hear me say this a lot since I'm going to be on here a lot. So which is a good thing.
Okay.
This team is big on home field advantage. The only way you get home field advantage is for the entire playoffs is to get the number 1 seed. Now you will get a bye week, but the rest of your time in the division and the conference champ, the only way you're solid for your home field advantage is by getting the number 1 seed. Now I'm not saying that's what they're gonna do, but I use my clues. If I tell you all to use your clues, then I'm gonna use mine, and I'm gonna say, okay, then this is the bar. Here's where it is. So it's important to win all of them. I mean, hey, sat back and watched the Vikings and Bears game last night, I could tell what type of time the Vikings are on. I don't know if anybody else can tell.
Yeah.
I can.
They won 14 games last year. I think some people did.
That's what I'm saying. It's doable, folks. 14 by the Vikings. I think it was 14 by the Eagles, right? 15 by the Lions, 15 by the Chiefs. It's doable. In the NFC, you better. That needs to be the goal. You had 2 teams at 14 wins. You had 1 team at 15 wins, and another team that is right along the same lines as the Commanders is who they play on Thursday, and they already had a good defense. Now they got Michael Parsons. So, hey, listen, Jerry Jones didn't do anybody any favor. I don't know what he think he did, or he did anybody any favors. He really did not. And I've been kind of talking about that.
Thank you. We'll talk about that in a minute.
You get him out of the division, that's fine. But you did not think far enough ahead. You gotta get him out the conference, please, or keep him. I wouldn't have traded him. Every time I go somewhere, I'm gonna say that until after the Commanders get past Thursday. No way I'm trading Michael Parsons. But if you do, in the conference for what? It doesn't do you any favors if you still got to see him. And so everybody was like, yeah, he's out of the division. Whoa. The Commanders got to see them week 2 on a short week. What is everybody excited about?
Thank you.
Well, and the thing about it is, too, when they got him, if you looked at the odds, which I'm pretty sure you saw, the Commanders fell behind the Packers for a chance to win the NFC Championship.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they did, and they were right there. If the Bears hadn't beat the Packers last year, then the Packers would have been the 6th seed, right? Yeah. So that was already the team they were
battling with
right here. So what we doing? And I can go on about that for a long time because it's frustrating, a little frustrating, But it's still, from a conference perspective, going back to the conference thing. 15 and 14 wins are doable. And that's the only way you're going to get home field advantage in the playoffs.
For who? For you all this year?
For the whole conference.
For you all this year?
For anyone out.
Okay. I thought you were specific to. I know what I'm saying, because it's going to be tough for anyone in our conference, just to be real, to win 14 and 15 games in our division, because we have a tougher schedule playing the AFC West and the AFC North. And NFC North, excuse me. AFC West, NFC North. But Candy, you stole a lot of my thunder in your intro earlier, because I was going to say about playing the Giants, who I'm wondering if they're truly an NFL team, because them and Miami Dolphins look pretty bad, along with this New Orleans Saints. But you do with a bad team what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Dominate them for 4 quarters. So I commend you all for that. But I have to talk about this non-impressive showing of this, what was supposed to be a stronghold for this Washington team, which is that offensive line. Now, granted, the Giants do have a top defensive line, so I want to make sure we preface it by saying that. But Jaden got hit and got pressured a lot more than I hope this coaching staff is comfortable with. And now everybody's not going to have Dexter Lawrence and
that's right.
What's the kid Thibodeau and Brian Burns, who was an animal the other day, getting after Jaden. How worried? Because Connolly didn't show well, in my opinion. Burns gave him a problem. He gave up 3 sacks. I don't know how well. How well can that be? Pick. I don't know what your definition of well is, but I'm just saying, for a rookie, maybe for a rookie, when you preface it by saying rookie, but how concerned are they with the schemes that they're going to have to do with dealing with keeping Jaden upright and not getting hit? Because he can't get hit if you're all going to do what you all plan to do. Well,
right. And so I've always said the right side of the line is what you need to pay attention to. Okay. Right. I actually thought Josh Carley Jr. did well. I was proud of him because that line ain't that Giants defensive line. You didn't hear the names a lot, if at all. But then that left Brian Burns. We didn't hear it. We was just it left Brian Burns though to be reckless. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if they start on it. I was there. I was so locked in. I didn't even have to watch the film on that. I was like, I watched more Packers stuff than I did,
Okay.
But we get to that later. But Brian Burns was wore out though.
Mm-hmm. He was
gassed. He
Well,
was
and
tired.
I think that has a lot to do with the
I was
preseason
cracking
stuff.
up. Oh yeah, for sure. But hey, they got the same problem. Wasn't nobody else over there. Well, now on the Commander side, I mean, everybody's tired, but they weren't like, they are really making me get my paycheck today. I mean, that's how Ryan Burns was looking out there one time. I said, is anybody going to get him some water? Like somebody, I know one of these trainers got to see him over there breathing real hard. It's a lot going on out there. So that was the thing. Somebody had to run free. That's the challenge they're going to experience on Thursday, because the who's going to be running free, we all know. So it's going to be interesting, the packages that the Commanders put together to help Connolly on Thursday.
Okay.
Right? It's going to have to be a lot. And there might be some packages where Jane's going to be like, you're going to have to catch me and running after Jay. You don't want him to do that, but somebody's going to have to catch somebody. It's either going to have to be Jaden or Bill. And we talked about this a lot today about Zach Ertz. And you got to get your receivers going. Where the pass
that was my next question.
The pass game hurt a bit.
I was about to say, I saw a lot of packages for Debo, which mean minimal targets for Terry. Now I know, like I said, Terry had some big catches late, and then they did try to make more of an effort in the second half to get him involved and get him some targets. That's was my next question. I saw a lot of Debo specific things and a lot of targets and catches by Debo. Bill, if they call him Carsey Barrett or whatever, he played well and limited touches. I expect to see more from him. But what are they going to do to get these receivers? Because, like you said, the receivers were not involved much in the offense.
Yeah, the pass game hurt a bit. I think a lot of that has to do with what Cliff Kingsbury calls, and probably many others do as well, time on task. Right? Terry was out the whole training camp. Noah Brown was out for most of it. And so that's where you see that kind of like, oh, okay. But it's a short week. Right. And so you got to correct those things. So going back to where Jaden didn't look like he was, the light of the world at the end of that game, it's because, hey, some of that looked pretty bad. And like he just said, he was sloppy. Glad he came out with a win, but he holds a lot of accountability, and he didn't like that. And they got a short week to get it together, so that will be interesting because it's a lot has happened with the Commanders adding to the roster at the line of scrimmage, but then actually putting in work to be faster. Because the one thing about a lot of these guys that they're going up against, they're fast. They're so fast. I mean, that's the first thing that Coach Quinn said about the thing that stands out about Michael Parsons, speed. How he get so fast? But it's going to be interesting. Now, Josh is up for the challenge, yes, but now the other thing is on a short week, will Green Bay have Micah in more snaps? Because about half the snaps on Sunday, right? Because it's back and all that. Shorter week, what you gonna do? I think they're gonna let him loose. That's just me, and that's what I would be prepared for, which I'm sure that they are. But I think they're gonna let him loose. It doesn't matter half snaps or not. He, exactly what Jaden said. He's a game wrecker, so he wrecks the game. So it's all respect. They know exactly who he is, and of course, the Commanders have coaches over there who are very familiar with Michael Parsons. So I would like to see what they do to really get him in a position where you have to see where his weaknesses are. Everybody knows his strengths.
You're watching First String Podcast. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Indeed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. We're here live with Candy CWALL Waller, CEO of Bowie TV. You can catch her everywhere. Please give her likes, follows on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them. She's a great follow, and she is a Redskin broadcaster. She gives us all the insight, and make sure you use your clues. Write it down. All right. Next, we have coming to the mic. We have our guy, Jeff Walker. You can follow him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well at Jeff2Funny. He is one of the producers on the B. Mitch and Finley show. Jeff, thanks for joining us, man. Go ahead and get some questions in there for CWALL.
What's up? Once again, don't mind my fire alarm. First of all, CWALL, you explained the D line well. That was well put together. My question for you: what is your thoughts on Dietrich Wise Jr.? I feel as though he set the edge pretty well in that game, and that was one of the questions we had coming in from last season into this season.
Yeah, I'm smiling because we posted on Bowie TV, we posted a video, like some training camp lost files. We had posted a video, and this is like individual drills or position group drills, and everybody was like, he's so slow, he's this, he's that. And I'm like, my team was like, oh, you're not gonna respond, anybody gonna respond, Dietrich not slow, everybody. I said, no, ain't nobody responding to that because it's too many comments. Number one. Number two, we're busy. All right. And number three, they'll see week one because I don't even have time to play like that. Okay, they'll know. Come on, what do you think Adam Peters and them are doing? What do you think they're doing? Like, at this point, everybody just needs to believe what they're saying, because the reality is they're absolutely. I mean, Dietrich. I mean, let's say this.
I was a hater.
He's an upgrade from what they had.
Yes.
Is the roster better? Yes. And it's like week one last year, week one this year. And I would tell everybody, just look at the roster. Just look at the roster. Remain objective. Is it better? It is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what folks are seeing. Dietrich Wise, and that is one of the players. I asked Coach Quinn on Monday about two players. On Monday, I asked him about Tyler Biadasz, because Tyler Biadasz does not get the credit he deserved for like the last year, honestly, as the center, because he has to be in lockstep with Jaden. And I remember when he first got here, he talked about the offensive line moving 5 is 1. And I could dig that, and I could see what he's doing. And I asked him about Dietrich Wise, and he said, you know what, Candy? This is DQ. Said, you know what, Candy? He proved and he showed that he is a commander. And that's what it's about, the standard, right? What is it? And yeah, it was people worried about his speed. And I'm like, and so you know where the bar is today, so you figure if they get better as the season goes on, hopefully, it's always barring any injury for any team. Yeah. But I was he's an upgrade from what was there on the team previously, for certain.
Come on, Jeff. You
got one more. I got more. We're gonna go on each side of the ball. What position group do you think is the X factor on each side of the ball? I'm gonna go with the tight end group on the offensive side, and I'm gonna go with that D line on the defensive side. What are thoughts?
The tight end group is a good one. John Bates is another player that doesn't get the credit he deserves from a blocking perspective. I remember having a conversation, Zach Ertz shared it out loud, but then I had an offline conversation with him, and he just described all the things that makes John Bates great. And, Cliff Kingsbury shared, how the team, how they watch different film for different purposes, and all the examples of blocking, many of the examples of great blocking. And what it's John, it's him. He's an extension of the offensive line. And so I think that group is definitely, I want to see more from Ben Sinnott. I want to see what happens. I think that's another tight end that's like, what's he going to be in his second year? Absolutely. But I'm going to talk about, I like that answer, but I'm going to go with a group that I've been talking about. You all been following me all summer. I have been talking about the running backs. Mm-hmm. I've been talking about the running backs. Like, listen to me. What like this is better. This is better. And Bill, 7th rounder, didn't play, like all the things, I'm almost like, I connected with Bill because he's so relentless and he won't give up. This young man, knowing he was ineligible, still showed up to every practice, every weight session, every film session, every game, and was ineligible.
That's all hunger
and
right
just
there.
showed up like every what? Huh?
Could have stayed in his room. Could have went and hung out with anybody.
And when nobody have noticed or checked for him at all. Somebody who has that kind of persistence, you are like, and then come to find out, wait a minute, hold on, he can play. Oh, he can play. Oh, okay. Like that, it's just, and then everybody forgets about Austin Eckler. I'm like, Austin Eckler
He
made
forgets a lot too. But a lot of that do with them concussions. But go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you, Austin is several players. Al is crazy, but like Austin Eckler gets forgotten about. But when you look at what the running back room did on Sunday and their yards per carry against this defensive line, that's impressive. That's impressive. And we, because you want to see them get better. So I like that. I want to talk about another group, the defensive line, absolutely, because it always starts up front. That's just the line of, you win the battle at the line of scrimmage, you just may probably more than likely win the game, right? So nobody's going to believe it's real with this defensive line because there's still so many questions around Washington because that's just how it's been for the last 30 years, right? So it's hard to break that pattern. Nobody's going to believe it's real until they see it Thursday night. And they believe it. I'm not talking about them. Let me be clear. I'm not talking about the team and organization. I'm talking about media, you all podcasts and content creators, the fan base. People are going to be like, I don't know. Because Green Bay has a very good offensive line.
Yes, they
very good, very impressive. They have a very good run game, and please don't forget about Jordan Love. Jaden Daniels said that he worked out with Jordan a bit in the offseason. Okay, it's a lot of respect there, and he's good. And Matt LaFleur ain't no
slouch. He's
no
slouch.
He's a very good coach. Very good coach.
And his staff, everybody be on demon time, So I'll be looking out for the outfits when everybody come in, so I can know what type of time everybody is on. I need to know what you're wearing so that I know, you ready for a big day, or you're going to have a really good primetime night. So yes, I totally agree with the defensive line. I'm going to go back to, I want to tell y'all one of the unsung heroes from Sunday. I have not heard a lot of people talking about Bobby Wagner. Okay.
Led the team in tackles.
And he led the team in tackles. Y'all gonna stop calling that man old, all right?
He is old.
He like he said.
Gerald Tall Wag. Go ahead.
Go back. Him, Zach Ertz, Austin Eckler, all of it led the team in tackles. I haven't apologized to him
yet. The problem was he was sitting in his rocking chair and wasn't moving, so everybody ran into him. That was part of the problem.
He was definitely
I was a hater, man.
Wow. Go sit in your corner.
So he he was one of the unsung heroes, but that defensive line, in the linebackers, because according, Frankie Louvu had 7, but I won 7 tackles. But I will say he had some missed tackles too.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He absolutely had some missed tackles. So we hopefully see the tackling margin get better.
Can I say this real quick? Because did anybody see Scatterboo and think that this young man is going to be a problem in the division? Because he is definitely going to be a problem in the division.
Ask Trey Amos. Because he gave him a shoulder one time. I thought they were gonna send him to the tent. So I
don't know, man. I don't know that the way he just run his head into everyone. That's not gonna be.
Oh yeah,
I'm not wishing it on him. That's concussion track right there, man.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Everyone.
I really don't know what they're going to do, because for a slight second, I was like, okay, they got some things for Jackson Dart. But once I saw the type of time the defensive line was on, I said, oh, Russ going to have to get through this on his own.
Sierra's husband looked bad. Sierra's husband looked bad Sunday.
Well, I think they made him look bad. I think they made him look worse.
I was hoping that he was going to be an improvement from what they had in New York last year, being Danny Dimes or Daniel Jones, excuse me. But I mean, his performance aside in Indianapolis, Sarah's husband looked
Yeah.
bad.
Well, it's that offensive line. That's what I truly believe because Daniel Jones had the same issue.
He did.
I don't know what they I don't hey, I got a lot of that's another topic that I probably go on a way down rabbit hole on is Brian Daboll. I don't know what they be doing with the front office, but that offensive line they got to do something about that. I mean, and maybe not, right? But winning is good for business, but it's an issue. That offensive line. I mean, the offensive line just wasn't good, and so. But you got to remember Russell Wilson when he was with the Steelers. That's who offensively. That's how the Commanders got beat last year. And it was some dumb penalties of fault on the Commanders. Like they were fair penalties. I'm not saying when I say dumb penalties in that regard, it wasn't. I don't think they were wrong. Right. I don't think they were wrong calls at all, right? But he beat them last year, and so for me, it was more the offensive line. It wasn't the defensive line was, they were smoking. But like the offensive line was bad. I said they're not putting Jackson Dart out there, not with them.
No, and Andrew Thomas wasn't playing either. So I think that had a lot to do with it as well with how bad. But I'm questioning really. I mean, like I'm with you, Candy, on this. I thought the Giants were kind of moving incrementally in the right direction. But what I saw Sunday, either they're really that bad, or as bad as y'all look, y'all are much better than people give credit. And it could be a mix of both. Right. I'll say that. But the Giants, that offensive line, and Sierra's husband. I mean, I understand why Malik Neighbors was ignoring the coach and running up down the sidelines throwing tantrums. He was ready to get off that field. I mean, I wouldn't want to hang with them guys either the way they played.
He couldn't get much done. He couldn't get much done, and that's because he couldn't get away from that defensive line. I mean, Russell Wilson, he was running for his life. One time I said, my God, this is. I said, Bobby, why they friends? They're friends. Nobody cares about the fact that they're friends today, man.
And that moon ball looked like a moon bounce. That
it did. And that's what I said. Terrible. I said the moon ball is flat.
He had to get rid of it.
The moon ball is flat.
We got for you in the house.
Wow.
You are watching First Thing Podcast live here with CWALL, CEO of Bowie TV. Catch her on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Follow her, please. We got some questions from the chat for you real fast. Let's start off with Cuzzo here, where it says, so Ms. Waller, about Bill, was he also showing that work ethic in training camp as well?
Absolutely. But that's part of the Commander standard, in my opinion. I've never read it, but I know it's a real thing. It's a part of the standard. So that's what they look for, right? In people they bring in to the organization. And absolutely, when the Burgundy and Gold game, or scrimmage, he looked so sad because they didn't let him play. He was sad. He was not pleased. And so Adam Peters talking to him, just giving him some. I ain't seen nobody pout that bad about not being able to play a scrimmage. But I guess for him, I mean, it's hard to trust, right? Maybe he thought they didn't like him, or maybe he thought he wasn't good enough, or I don't know. But everybody played that day. Well, not everybody. People who were injured didn't play, but they held him out, and he wasn't happy about that at all.
Got another question for you here from Cuzzo, aka the commish of our fantasy league. We'll get into that a little later. So, question from Ms. CWALL: do you feel we have the weapons on offensively and defensively to compete with Green Bay?
Absolutely. I think they definitely have them. If the rust and the dust is off, I don't know. Right? I don't know offensively. On the offensive side of the ball. That's where I was like, woo. But they'll be all right. We have time on task. Terry missed training camp. He he missed training camp, all of it. He got back when the regular season started.
But CWALL, I'm not listening to that because he got his money. He held out of training camp because he didn't want his money. So not being in shape or not being on point, I get it. But I can't give him a pass for that because that was something he opted to do and not had to do.
Oh, for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you, Noah Brown looked fantastic, and I've been talking to
That's
you
big
all about
nephew.
Noah Brown,
Yes.
and
Yep.
so, but I think
Was it
everybody's alert now. Does that make sense?
was
Like
that the
everybody's
team? Yeah. My question is that the team holding him back just to
aware.
because he Noah Brown because he has a history of injuries. So are they sort of holding him back? Giving him those veteran rest days so that he is available on Sundays.
It was a planned rest day, yes, for him and Jonathan Jones last week.
Okay. All right.
Because I was wondering too, and I said, I don't even know why I wonder about this anymore because the team has shown time and time again the type of time that they're on. If they can play, they playing. So
Okay.
yeah.
So Ron at Indian Lake says there are two linebackers. I think the DNs or a linebacker and a DN to worry about with Green Bay: Parsons and Cooper.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Going back to what we were talking about a moment ago, Green Bay's defense was good without Micah Parsons. Okay, you get Micah Parsons when you send in a message because Green Bay is in a very difficult division as well.
They are.
Yes.
They are. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean the Bears did, but the Vikings and the Lions and the Bears and wow. So they had to make a move. Somebody had to do something, and everybody wants to win. And then I don't know if you all have ever talked about this on the show, but it came out on Sunday publicly that they also were in the running for Trey Hendrickson.
Yes.
So that lets you know the Packers
They were serious.
they are serious. Jerry, what did you do? Nobody wants to deal with this. Like, come on, man. People, everybody was like, yay, get him out of division. I'm like, everybody, this is short-sighted. You got playing.
He's in the conference. He's in the
That
conference.
was my thing. That was my thing with a lot of these Commander fans who were overjoyed that he got rid of. I said he got rid of a team that you all were vying with in regards to next year. I mean, yeah, it might have weakened us, but it did more for Green Bay. He's a better fit at Green Bay in regards to being in your way than he was with us.
I'm like, what are we doing? Get him out. And for all I know, Jerry could have did that on purpose because he knows that.
He
knows that part.
I don't think he's that intuitive to be able to make that decision that way.
Like, I don't want him in the division, but he can go over here and then he'll make some more money, when Green Bay plays Dallas, right? At week 4.
Yep.
Sunday Night Football. No. Why would you even want that? But that doesn't even make sense. Now I'm gonna agree with you out because it's just not smart.
It's not.
It wasn't smart. It was not smart. And he's gonna be in full shape by then. So he'll be unrestricted and motivated. One more question. One more question here from Ron. He says Green Bay will attack our linebackers in the passing game. I think the linebackers play will determine a lot about the outcome.
Yeah, that's who I picked. I love the defensive line, X factor because I absolutely always starts up front, starts with the line of scrimmage, but the linebackers on notice this week because if you got to look at all position groups. I'm not saying that they're weak. Let me be clear, right? But if you had to look at the defensive line, the corners, the safeties, who you want to target?
Yeah.
Who you want to target if you call out? What you gonna do? So then you already know where they going.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
I gotta apologize too for a comment in the chat. My mother chimed in, who was unfortunately a Commanders fan.
I was about to ask you that,
Al. I do have to apologize for the blasphemy that she put in.
No.
That is not how I was raised. That is not how I was raised.
This is now my favorite person in our chat.
She's
my favorite person in the chat.
She's just
Mama
Porch.
So
she's just her son.
What happened to you? What happened to you?
I smartened up. Some
No.
Clearly,
it's one of those things, man. I understand they did a great job raising me, if I do say so myself.
I hope.
But it was some ways
Miss Porch
I had
remembers
to find
me.
my own.
It's always
Miss Porch remembers me, Miss Porch, because I remember you, Miss Porch, and I always ask your big head son about you, how you doing, and everything like that. But that's a different subject. Should have came home and gave Mama Porch a hug when I came home. So that was on me, Miss Porch. But thank you so much for chiming in. My favorite person in the chat. So we done said hi to Al's daughter, Mama Weiler, and Mama Porch. See, now only thing we need is for Mama Mama Pick to chime in. I know she watching. So, Green Bay questions now. We're going around. We've had Candy for 50 minutes here, and we do appreciate your time. This always supposed to be like a 25-minute interview, but here we go again, going over. So you said the linebackers are going to be key to determining the outcome of this game on Thursday. Offensively, who do you think will determine the outcome of this game on Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's well. I mean, always Jaden, right? Let's just keep it for
Yep.
real. But the running backs, I think the run game has to continuously improve. I mean, I guess you got to go back to the offensive line as well. I mean, they're going to have to look better on offense, period, because they had offense was kind of they were the ones that were the shaky group.
Mm.
You know, and oftentimes you don't see defense being that far ahead at times on your team than the offense. But the offense has so many pieces, right? Remember, it's coming back to my head. Remember, Brandon Coleman was out a bit too. You know, you still don't have Cosme. Josh Conley Jr., that right side of the line is going to need some help.
Yeah, I think they're going to see a lot of help. John Bates, I think, is going. We might be in a lot of 22 personnel.
Debo getting involved in that.
Mm.
I also want to give a shout out to special teams. You know, I told y'all that Debo was going to return kicks.
You did. And when I saw one back there,
He
I said, "Ooh."
They don't need him to return kicks. What? You know what, Jeff? I think I know. Have I seen you at training camp? I feel like I've seen you.
Yes.
You under this hat.
Yeah.
So you can do, and so I was getting ready to say, yeah, I've seen you with Linnell. Okay. So
Yeah.
I want to be clear, and I say this all the time. Brian Mitchell is the reason he messed me up. Brian Mitchell on him. This is why I am about special teams. And I would say, why does everybody look at this position like go and find the worst person on your team or somebody to go and do returns? They changed the rule. And I think there was a percentage or a stat that came out over the weekend or after Monday Night Football about basically all the yardage. Like basically because of this new kickoff rule, people are able to really get further down the field, right? Because you can't hit the player and all that. You put the ball on 35, you got to do a touchback, all that kind of stuff. Listen, why not put Debo back there? Why not? Everybody's like,
he'll get hurt because Debo Samuels will get hurt, man. I'm telling you, he's fragile. You see what happened in San Francisco. It's in their DNA. I mean, he might, if he was still in San Francisco, he'll probably be hurt this week.
We got a medical staff.
Yeah,
this is now my new favorite comment right here. CWALL says, being a Bowie High alum, we get a discount on our rates.
Yes.
But this one too. But Terry Carter, I think, had a question about Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah, okay. It says, I love our running back room, but eventually we need to activate a game day. On game day, Chris Rodriguez, aka the finisher.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on what the game requires. I think it's going to be situational.
Okay,
it's going to be situational.
It's a stack room. I mean, it's a
stack. What you gonna do? Now, I will say, I was hoping they were going to dress 4 running backs on Sunday. Of course, once you watch the game, I'm like, I understand why they didn't. Right? Because
they needed the wide receivers.
And Terry
who they didn't throw to, but go ahead.
Right, but it's like time, but it becomes time on task. Okay, that ain't really working. People not catching these passes, or the connection, is off. But but because of that, that's why I thought they would have dressed 4, right? Because all 4 of them have been there all camp. So, but I guess, I could see why they didn't. Because of the play Chris Moore made, and I actually tweeted this and I posted this. I said, now, funny enough, that play watched all training camp. So when it came off in the game, I'm like, well, okay, because I was definitely one of the people like, why is Chris Moore elevated? What are we doing? And so, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to be traveling, but they have practice tomorrow, so.
Yeah, you and I think A couple of other people are traveling. Good
It's a
night,
few of
Mama
us.
Waller.
Good night, Mom. Yeah, a few of us are traveling. I think we all just kind of not mistimed it, but we're not. The media viewing portion isn't long, and then they're leaving right after. Everybody's going to be in Green Bay, so um,
Got you.
my
And it's
flight.
that the travel, no direct flights out that way. So yeah,
Take
I
your
get it.
plane. Take your plane cards. Ain't much to do in Green Bay. I've been there many a
It's
time.
nothing. Oh man.
Oh,
Mm.
wait. Are you and Donna? Are y'all going out again? Because you got to record getting lost. Because I know y'all gonna get lost.
No, I'm not going anywhere. That's not my plan. Not in Green Bay. I'm not going anywhere. I was sitting right in that hotel, like la la
La la la. Got it.
la.
Okay, Lady A. Lady A, are you ready?
Yes. So you mentioned special teams. Okay, so we know
Mhm.
Trustway has
Oh
been
yeah.
injured.
Mhm.
Is there a concern on special teams for the shuffle due to him being gone? I mean, on and off the field, he's definitely contributed to the team. Like I actually like him off the field when he's on the sidelines more than anything because he's just amazing. But is that going to be an issue this upcoming week?
Well, let's all hope not. I mean, he spoke to the media today, so I'm gonna say it's not like one of those injuries because when they are like injured, kind of injured, they don't talk to the media, right? So he talked to the media today. I mean, he definitely took a hit. He took a dive and he punted more week one than he did probably like the whole first half of the season. Between preseason and week one, my goodness, I was like, I haven't seen more trash than I have in the last 2 years. That's something. So we'll see, but they're going to need him healthy for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
unless it's one of
Okay.
those days where he's not, punting all day, then, that's the hope as well, right? But in
God,
case he
this
is.
fantasy world, y'all keep doing it. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Let's
It's
let's
not
skip let's
fantasy,
skip
it's
Al.
reality.
Let's skip Al for a second. Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, we'll get you in.
There we go. All right. How serious? Well, how much should we be worried about this right wrist thing? Because I saw the videos from camp earlier. They were trolling, making Jaden throw with his left hand. But is that just something small, or we shouldn't worry about that?
Coach
Or
Quinn
should
said
we?
Coach Quinn today said zero concern.
Okay,
Zero.
okay. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said zero concern. He said but they were trying to be transparent and just, tell the truth. And Jaden doesn't seem concerned about anything. He's not upset. He's very happy. He's Jaden. So I think he's fine.
All right, Al.
Ooh, one
Oh, okay,
question.
no,
My
no,
bad.
Jeff, no. One more. No. Lady A just got on me about this too. Come on, Jeff. We're gonna go Jeff, Lady A, and then Al gets two.
Mm.
Okay, Tressway's injury. I seen it was something about his back.
Mm-hmm.
What is up with that?
Well,
Because that's a
that's what Lady A was just saying. And he talked to the media today, so I'm gonna
I
assume
zoned out my bad.
this world class athletic training staff is working on that back. And so you gotta hope that he's okay. I mean, the other hope is he's not punting as much as he was week one, but I mean that's just in general. But it seems like they're keeping an eye on it, but I don't think he's out or anything like that.
Okay, Lady A, come on.
Okay,
Corey is
so
silly.
he about to go in timeout too. But so we won against the Giants. We had the points, we had the yardage, right? But we didn't have the time of possession. Is that a concern going forward? Most of the time, who controls the ball controls the game. So is that something that needs to be addressed come, our time in Green Bay?
Here's what I would say to that, because that is very accurate. They got to build. So I remember, last year week one they looked bad. They ain't look good at all in Tampa. And then week two against the Giants, they looked better, but remember they didn't score any touchdowns. Right? It was the field goal game. It was like 7 field goals. Cincinnati, week 3, Monday Night Football is when it all came together, or it started to. To me, the game where it all was like, okay, all right, was week 4 against the Cardinals. That was when I was like, all right, this is what, here you go, right here. Now it's come together. So that is where I'm at with it, Lady A. I think that, it's just, crazy that it's such a short week, but I'm expecting a build as they are as well, because so much of the time of possession was because they weren't connecting. They weren't getting the yardage. So I think as now, here's what also is interesting with the time of possession, right? If they get optimal starting field position, then you're not going to be holding onto the ball as long anyway, right? Because your hope is you're going to be scoring rather quickly. So we'll see. But I think I'm interested to see how different it looks. If the defense can stay consistent, because whatever you do, you really it's almost like a catch-22. You know what I mean? Because you don't want the Commanders' defense on the field long. You don't want the Commanders' offense on the out there long with Michael Parsons running free. So it's like, who do you want out there? It'll be interesting, but controlling the clock was definitely a strong suit of a lot of who they are. You saw it a bit on that drive that ended in the Debo run, but that ended up being so long because they were getting penalties and then making up for it. Then they get another penalty, then they had to make up for it. It was just a lot of back and forth in that way.
Okay, Al, it's on you. Thank you for answering Terry, but I'm gonna put that question up from Terry anyway. Terry, I got you. Go ahead.
Um, how much emphasis are the coaches? I mean, I guess they won't say it out loud, but maybe they'll say it to you or say it under their breath. How much emphasis? And then everybody says it's a normal week. We're gonna keep it everything the same, do it the same way. But how much emphasis are they really putting on this week, considering that this type of game, being a conference game, even though not a divisional game, but still a conference game, could impact like the potential seeding things that you've talked about earlier with wanting to play at home and things along those lines, and being so early. And then my second question after that is, how much do you think how you all are looking is still really a carryover from the no starters in the preseason playing? It's yeah.
It's definitely dusting off the rust.
Okay.
For sure. And then on offense, like that time on task, just not having all the pieces there to practice and practice to make perfect, or what, just to make that progress there. A lot of emphasis has gone into this short week. It was at some point they mentioned the short week last year. Of course, it was later in the season. It was after they played Russell Wilson and the Steelers, and then they had to play the Eagles in Monday Night Football. Now, the difference there is Jaden was legit hurt then. They wasn't trying to talk about it, but he was legit hurt. He was hurt. And so
Found out in the Madden commercial he had a broken rib.
yeah. But some people can keep secrets like myself, but but I was like, oh, Jaden told it himself. Okay, good. Wow, that was a hard one to keep. And so, but if you were watching it, you could tell like he couldn't breathe when it happened. So it's like, oh my God, does he have a fractured rib? But hey. There's a lot of emphasis because even when they did their celebration, and I say air quote because it wasn't like a real celebration in the locker room week 1, you heard Dan Quinn say in the video, like, sleep fast because Monday is Wednesday practice. Like, he was like, and that's literally the type of time they all have been on in this short week. So I think they're taking it, very, very seriously, and know that they have a very tall task on a short week.
Do you think that's an advantage? Do you think that's an advantage for either team, being that it is a short week? Because, like I said, it's early in the season, short week. Everyone is kind of almost like throwing it whatever against the wall and seeing what stick approach in regards to trying to fill out the things, get the legs under them. who does that benefit one team more than the other, you think?
I think both of I will say that I think both teams probably are happy they're getting their short week out of the way. Like, just get it out of the way. I think it's almost like both teams dealt with the same thing in week 1, where it was almost like a glorified preseason game 4 or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And nobody knows if what either team did was real. I mean, other than Michael Parsons, right? But
That
it's
was
like because the Lions, but they got a lot of changes, right? They got 2 new coordinators, they got a lot of changes. And so that it's both teams got something to prove.
Yeah,
on Thursday.
most definitely.
For
Most
sure.
definitely.
This is like their week 1 almost, right? Because I mean, somebody's got to lose. Let's just keep, somebody is going to lose, right? So, but I think this has been a plan for a minute now because it was a short week. So they've been prepping, if that makes sense. At least the coaches have. They have been because they had to be ready to roll Monday morning very early.
My last question for you, Candy, is in the post-game press conference leading up to this, when Coach said sleep fast because Monday is Wednesday. Jaden spoke about last year learning to recovery from Bobby. So my question to you is, how many, if you know this answer, how many players were in early for recovery from the team staff in preps of this, getting their bodies right faster, and preps for this Thursday game?
Many is my answer.
Many. I like that. That means that all of them are taking this very serious.
I mean,
and like
they have to. I mean, they have to. And let's go back to work ethic and just the type of people that they bring to the team.
Because it's a line, that's why.
So it's not like these are people that they have to tell that you need to get here earlier, right? They just do it.
And I don't know if y'all caught this, but I'm gonna ask this question again. Please look at Candy's face when I ask this question again. How many people were at the facility early getting their recovery in?
You want to ask me that again, or you just said,
I just want. She said many. Y'all saw her face, right? Y'all saw. That's what she says. Use your clues. That's what she's talking about right there when she says use your clues. Listen, thank you, CWALL. We do appreciate it. Al's going to cut your check this week because the overtime is definitely on Al because he wants to ask, throw silly jabs out there about Jerry and things like that.
Listen, I almost sent you a message out like Jerry, who is helping
a national
Jerry?
Treasure.
Listen, Jerry, but Jerry didn't do any favors. I'm telling you. I'm just too objective in my journalism role. I'm like, why are people rejoicing? Get him out of the.
I can help Jerry. I have a special brew of coffee that I would like.
Don't. You are crazy. No.
Al,
don't say that.
We need to do a disclaimer that your thoughts.
I said a special brew of coffee. I ain't say what kind of coffee.
Yeah, we already know.
He like his single malt. Nice scotch. He giving guys gifts and
He's
stuff.
talking about milk of the puppy over here. Al talking about milk of the puppy. We not with that.
Keep this in mind. I don't know if you all remember back during Super Bowl week, it was a clip that went viral from Ocho Cinco. He was with Jaden and Brian Thomas Jr. and Michael Parsons. And he was laughing because Micah and Jaden were arguing and like banter, but Ocho called it arguing, right? But it was banter because Jaden don't argue. So Jaden told him you're going to win. The Commanders going to win the NFC. And so Micah was like, y'all ain't win the NFC. We going to win the NFC. Or I guess Micah was saying they were going to win the NFC. I got it wrong. Let me get it right. Micah said that the Cowboys were going to win the NFC. And Jaden just thought that was hilarious. And so they started going back and forth, right? And I think somebody with knowledge of the situation said that Micah made a comment like, well, whatever team I'm on gonna win the NFC.
Oh.
And I'm like, now here we go.
Oh, I think it was a lot of behind. I give his agent all the kudos in the world because he works for Micah and not
Yep.
for Jerry. And I think quiet but kept. He started working on that deal in Green Bay weeks before that deal was done.
Yep.
So he gave Micah the leverage to be able to say, Jerry, if you can't get to 45, 46, which would have been a better deal in Dallas because of the tax situation of no state income taxes,
Right.
then get rid of me. And I think Jerry saw that and
Mhm.
felt that's the thing I think that's not being said about how Jerry felt disrespected. It was disrespected because he felt that Michael went behind his back and negotiated in bad faith. But he negotiated in bad faith, talking directly with him without his agent. So it was one of them things where the pot called the kettle black. You cannot negotiate with a player and call it negotiations. You can talk to them all you want, but it's not negotiations, and it's illegal per the Players Association for an owner to engage in negotiations with a player who is represented by a player. I mean, sorry, a player who is represented by an agent in negotiations. So I don't even understand why the league isn't coming in on Jerry for and fines or talking with them because that is illegal per the collective bargaining agreement.
And Jerry's the one that admitted it.
Admitted it.
And he has. He
Yeah,
has admitted it.
he might need to hang it up because I just was.
Please.
I mean,
I'm with that. We agree on that one.
I just
We
would.
agree.
I would not have traded him. I just wouldn't have. I would not have. And then when it came out public that Micah was like, "Oh yeah, I was going to suit up Thursday against the Eagles." Of course he was. Of course he was going to play. Duh.
His family went.
His family was still at the game.
Yeah, his family went.
Right, but I mean, a lot of it is ego.
Yeah.
It's emotionally driven.
Yeah.
Do what's best for the team.
If you're going to make that decision, everyone on this show will attest to what I'm about to say. I said trade Micah before the draft if we're going to do it because we did. The boat had truly passed of taking the advantage of signing Micah. We should have signed Micah over a year ago. After we signed that Dak deal last year, we should have signed Micah then. It would have opened up our cap situation. It would have made everything else fall in place. All Jerry did was continue to be a bad general manager for a team that makes money, whether he's at the helm or not, with his eyes wide shut. We won 7 games, and the value of the team went up $2 billion. What incentive is that for Jerry to win? He's for
That's on the
money,
fans.
making
That's on the
money
fans.
and making his
the
legacy to leave for his family, which is more money. That's all Jerry.
Yeah, because I said this is pride and ego right here. Because it ain't even about the money. Micah, how much money would you like? Do you want to write the check yourself? Here you go. See you later. Because you know what? Like exactly what you're going to make the money anyway. And you got the money. Just pay him. Who cares? You don't. You know what I mean? So now it's like you offended. Your feelings are hurt.
He did his feelings.
He hurt your feelings.
And that should never come into negotiations.
No.
Leave your feelings at the door.
No,
well,
you got to stay in my house with all these stars. He's gonna stay right here with all these blue stars, and everybody be happy and rich. But anyway, now what do we have to do? Cover him on Thursday. I did not looking forward to that.
Right.
But like I said, I wish him well. I got a Green Bay #1 jersey that's been ordered just for the game on Thursday that I'm going to wear to a few places.
Well, we know you're a trader. You're not faithful to any team.
You're not faithful to no team, man.
I'm supporting my nephew, man. You know, Michael Parsons, man. You know, MP. Support my nephew, man.
Al got so many jerseys in his closet, it's ridiculous. Candy, are you going to be live on game day with Uber Sports again?
An hour before the game, yes. 1 hour before the game. Yeah. So that would be, I don't even know. Because that's a
Central Time.
So
It's
going to be 7:30 here. So I'll be, what time does the game start?
8:20 is late, right?
Yeah, 7:20 Central Time, so 8:20 East Time. So yeah.
So I'll be on 7:20 Eastern.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thursday. Yes, for sure. It's always an hour before the game. And then Friday doing a recap at 7:30 Eastern. I'll be back.
All right. Listen, safe travels.
Thank
We
you.
see you again. We see you again in 2 weeks. So
What's that? After
we'll
the Labor
catch up.
Day?
We short, but
Yep,
make sure you
y'all
guys
will see me. I'll be on.
We'll
make
be
sure
able to
you
show. I'll be
give.
sure to watch. I support your show. I just don't support your content. I tell you that all the time.
Okay.
That's
Thank
funny.
you.
Hey, don't forget to check out Bowie TV. They
Yeah.
cover the Baltimore Ravens as well. Miss Parks is up there. She was tired this weekend because they went to Buffalo. But I did have to chime in on that one. She did an outstanding job. She did an outstanding job covering the Ravens. That outcome was crazy. Um, don't forget to watch CWALL, all of Bowie TV. Great pictures. I have a picture from the Punisher that I was supposed to put up, but it's definitely going to make the intro. So please tell Darrell and all your camera guys, we love their content. We love
Awesome.
all of your
Yes.
content. So for sure, um, we really do appreciate you, Candy, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Safe travels.
All right. See you all in 2 weeks, and make sure y'all tune in to the shows this week.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, and
See
I
y'all.
will absolutely be sending you the clips of this one, so
Yes.
you see it
Thank
when you travel.
you. All right. See you
Yes, ma'am.
guys.
Thank
Okay.
you.
That was CWALL, CEO of Bowie TV. Make sure you guys give her a follow. Now it is time for the foolishness part of our show.
What? Why I gotta be
Um,
foolish?
Because it
it's not
involves me.
foolishness, but
That's a shot at me, lady. Yeah. So anything that involves
no,
No,
actually,
it
that's
ain't
not what I was
foolish.
talking about. That's absolutely not what I was talking about.
Hey, he
What I
wasn't
was
even coming
getting
for your neck today.
now out now, what I was absolutely talking about is this. We have some picks to make. Well, we have a pick to make, right?
Yes.
And
Hey.
the the graphics department will have the full graphics come Saturday, But as of right
it was a
now,
rough
here
week.
goes
It was
this.
a rough week for everybody too. What was the records this week? It
No,
was
it wasn't a
Woo!
rough week
Hey,
for
that's what I'm about to.
everyone.
That's what I'm about to give you right now. That's what I'm about to give you right now. In fourth place is well, yeah, your boy Pick at 6-10.
I was trying not to laugh, but
Your
the way
boy
you
Pick
look.
at 6-10.
I
Six and
wasn't
ten.
much better, but
Listen,
Jesus,
And in third place is your boy Al at 6-10. Yeah, we did bad.
man,
It's the first week. You
That
don't
Sunday
know
night
what you're
hurt.
gonna get,
Sunday and Monday night hurt
man.
a bit.
Anything after 4 p. Anything after the second slate of games, it was crazy. L. It
Man,
just went that
Sunday
way.
night. I mean,
I ain't had
Sunday
them
night
problems.
and Monday night hurt us. I should have known
Listen,
better. I went with a homer pick with that Chicago, hoping that Caleb would be better than what it was. We're gonna talk about
and you
that.
took the points. And you took the. We're gonna
And I
talk about
got
that. We're gonna
picked.
talk about that.
I should have known that. I mean, rosters, not
So how you
players.
still? We still got to go around the NFL. We still got to go around the NFL.
Man,
So Said is in second place at 7-9. So 2 games under 500. Me and Al, we back there. We back there trying to swim, get our head above water. And for some unknown reason, I think
Unknown.
unknown reason,
Unknown.
lady, unknown reason. I think you be getting the results from the NFL, the script. I don't know.
How?
Uh,
you need to check that
we
email.
will find out. Listen, Lady A is 11-5. What are you doing?
So
And,
whatever.
and it's all because of hate. She only picked.
How is it
What
hate?
did she pick on? She wouldn't pick Baltimore. What did she?
I
She
did pick Baltimore.
did pick
I
Baltimore.
lost that one.
You
I
lost
picked
that.
Baltimore to win.
She that's that yeah, she lost that one. She lost that
She
one.
hate, she hate Buffalo.
She oh Lord. She
Okay, so
do.
first of all, let me say this. Y'all say I hate, but when I speak on Buffalo and when I speak on Detroit, I am not playing when I say these things. These teams are not who you guys think that they are.
Mhm.
They're not even
Well,
who they think they are.
Okay.
now is the perfect time to go around the NFL. So let's do this. Let's go around the NFL, right? So I'll give the game. We can give a quick recap. We will exclude the
No,
Dallas
Corey, I'm not.
Cowboys Philadelphia
Corey's
Eagles
a
game. We
hater.
will exclude the KC LA game. We covered that. We just covered the Washington Commanders and the New York
I
Giants
got a
game.
question,
So
Pick.
let's start off with yes.
I got a quick question. I'm sorry to interrupt. We have to implement the proper point system as well, because some
I
of
have
those
the
point
proper point
systems.
system.
No, what I mean is because, like, say, got a half a point for that Philly pick.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Is
So
it
we have
what?
to.
Hold on. Was
No,
that
no,
it was
no.
8 points? Was it 200?
It was minus 400. Remember the
Right.
Dallas
So
game?
that was
Oh
a
yeah,
point
he do have a
five.
half a point. He do
Yeah.
have half a point.
See,
Yeah, so you're
I
right. I
don't,
will.
I don't do
So
that.
so say
Unfortunately.
say it is at
That wasn't for you. That was
No, no,
for
no. I'm talking
yeah.
about
So say it is
Corey.
at 6.5. Say it is at 6.5, right? Say it is
Mhm.
at 6.5 games. All right,
Yeah.
you gotta
six and a half. Got
check
it.
those money line picks and make
Six
sure
and a
they were
half.
below 200, minus 200
I did.
on there.
I had all of those. I had all of those. So everything else was below 200. Philly had the best line of
Yeah.
last week. All right. So let's go around the NFL real quick. Let's go with
Let's
the
do
first
that.
one. This is we'll get this one out of the way real quick. Arizona, New Orleans. We all thought that Arizona would win this game. Said took the over, the under hit, but everybody else, even Al laid 6.5. That was still under 200, right?
Oh wait, you
What
said
do we
who
have?
thought what on which game?
Arizona. Everybody thought Arizona would win.
Oh,
Yeah.
We all
So,
like this
Lady
game.
A, do you have anything from this game, or you just what is it that you have from this Arizona New Orleans game?
hold on. Let me go. Let
You
me go
checking your
check
notes?
my stuff. So
She checking the notes.
checking my notes. You said which game? Arizona.
Arizona, New Orleans.
I got
Okay, so
one.
I had Arizona with the point. I took them with the spread.
Mhm,
Yeah,
Um,
you did. You won.
and so we right. So what I'm saying, the reason why I did that is just because of the Saints, not really because of Arizona.
mhm.
I kind of looked
Hmm.
into the Saints and I saw that they're not
Hmm.
expected to do a whole lot this year. And I have a really good friend who's a Saints fan, and bless her heart, she was like, this game was rough. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I had to, bet against you guys. So it's really about the Saints and how they are not expected to produce this year, not necessarily speaking highly on Arizona. And that's kind of where I went with it. So, shout out to the Saints fan. Y'all might have a rough year.
Yeah. So Al, here's one: Las Vegas Raiders versus New England Patriots. Everybody won. Al and Sid took the plus 2.5. I took it on the money line. Lady A took the New England Patriots. That was my upset pick of the day. That was one that I told everybody, hey, jump on this money line right now and look at what it did. The Raiders went out there and won this thing outright. They came from the West Coast out east and won this thing outright. Um,
Well, pick.
and
I took the over, and that did not pan
it
out.
did not. It did not pan
Mm-mm.
out well for you. Al, I know you won a little couple some chips this weekend. What did you think about this LA Raiders game?
I think I kind of called this one. This was one of my hot picks for the for. I remember I gave you my two pick was wrong, but I told you two money line picks to take for two underdogs. One was the Raiders. I did take them with the points
Hmm.
because it was free, but I called.
Yeah.
And I think I said at the beginning I like the Raiders to win this game outright. And
Mhm.
Hmm.
that was a freebie I gave y'all to go put some money on. I said, you want to make a little bit extra cash, put take the Raiders on the money line, and I think you'll be okay. And
And that was
Yeah.
and that was
Mine
you
was
came
the
out pretty good.
yeah.
Jets. This killed me. If I had done what I said I was going to do this year, me and Ron both said we're straight betting this year
Mhm.
because Travis Thomas has told us to straight bet. If I had done what I was supposed to do, which was take Vegas straight out and the Jets straight out, the Jets we saw how that game ended. But if
Yeah.
I had done that, I would have at least broken even. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have broke even. I would have came out on
You
the
came
up
up more, yeah.
because of
I mean,
the Vegas pick was I think they was like minus 400 or something like that
no, they were
on
minus.
the money line.
No, they were minus. They were minus like minus
I'm sorry, they were plus money.
plus 210, like two
Look
plus.
at Corey being a hater.
Hmm. Corey is
I
such
don't
a
think
hater.
only reason we allow Corey to be on this show is because he has a beautiful, lovely wife who loves that knows how to pick great football teams.
And
Well,
a
So
I don't know if you
and a
saw it, but on
wonderful and
Sunday,
a wonderful son.
he has
yeah, on Sunday she
another
had to have
child on
that
the way.
she had to have that commander shirt on Sunday,
She
Oh.
should have had a
you
style.
see
She
what
should have had
happened.
a cowboy style on the chest. Yeah,
Mm.
don't
Well, they
change.
lost, so she had to wear
So
that she had to wear that commander
y'all
shirt.
wear y'all stuff every time. Y'all been wearing that stuff for a decade when y'all lose.
Well,
What?
okay,
Huh?
Let's not talk about us. Let's talk about the shocker of the weekend. The Miami Dolphins traveled to
Really?
Indianapolis, and Danny Dimes looked efficient. Not really. I'm gonna tell you what this was. The Miami Dolphins are literally they could be the worst team in
Tanking.
football this year.
Oh, poor
And
things.
and my bet is this is the first coach fired.
Oh,
This is the first
we
coach
don't advocate for
fired.
it, but we can see it coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna be real with you. I thought Miami was gonna win this one. They didn't. Although I didn't bet for them with them.
Look, she wore that shirt on her own, Al, because he supports her man.
Oh,
That's what she
that's
does.
good.
She supports
Kudos.
her man. Um,
Well, she's just
Lady
making
Yeah,
A,
that
she
Miami
making
game
feel well.
was. I mean, I knew it was gonna be. Well, first of all, let me tell y'all. This game kind of scared me. Let me tell y'all why. I went with the under because I felt like it wasn't gonna be a high scoring game.
mhm.
So the Colts were scaring me. Like I was like, "What are y'all doing,
Unstoppable. Scored on every
man?"
seven
eight,
consecutive
If the
drives.
Dolphins even pretended that they were going to be in the game, I would have lost that game. So hey, but the Dolphins, they went from covering the over by themselves to causing the under because they
Hmm.
are so terrible. Like this is a
got a
really
sneaky
bad.
move. I got a sneaky move. One of my insiders told me that potentially Tyreek Hill to the Commanders at some point of some in-season trade potentially.
Yeah,
Maybe
they've
coming
been
out.
looking at him for a while.
Mhm. I told y'all,
Um,
but I told you all to do that in the offseason. If
I
I,
can tell you this. I
But
can
you
tell you
thought
one person
that
that
we
needs
were
to
going
be
to trade.
worried. I can tell you that one person that needs to be worried about this is last name is McCaffrey. If you haven't noticed, they're putting you on the field for special teams. You're up because of special teams. If we had another wide receiver, a rookie is getting more time than you are,
He's
and
getting
they're
more
looking
time.
to upgrade every position. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be carried. Because it's
if his name wasn't McCaffrey, he might have been cut.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
hmm.
I'll say
All
it.
right.
It's a
She
McCaffrey.
did. She did.
It's a McCaffrey.
Um, Ron and Justin Fields switched teams this year.
We got a quarterback, baby.
Crazy.
We got
I
a
don't care
quarterback.
what I don't care what nobody says. I think that the Jets are going to win more games than people think they're going to win.
Yes, they are.
They
Jets.
are not an easy out. If
No.
they can keep Justin Fields healthy, they are not an easy out. That team's going to get better. Garrett Wilson had a good game and a bad game all at once.
Mhm.
All at once. He had 5 stuck in his head.
Yeah.
But
Out from the pitch.
I think it was an untimely fumble that really turned the tide of this game. It was a good game by both teams. No one saw this game going over because all the money was on the under. But I was rather impressed. The first time I think where a trade actually worked out for both teams. I don't think either one of them could have been what they displayed for the other team, and it needed a new fresh start both ways. I think Aaron Rodgers needed a coach like Tomlin, and I think Justin Fields needed a coach that would believe in him, that he felt in Pittsburgh, or organization that believes in him, should I say. So I think it was a good fit for both. If Justin Fields can play like this, like he played Sunday, the Jets will win a lot of games, a lot more games than people give him credit for. And I think he'll start to realize that potential that people thought he had coming out of Ohio State. I was very impressed with Justin. Threw the ball well, ran the ball well, controlled the offense, and I wish Aaron Glenn well because I want to see the young coach succeed. But I had to root against him, of course, Sunday, and I was glad that he lost.
Yeah. I did
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, Lady A, you came home with that one. You came home with that one.
Yeah, by the skin of our teeth. Like
Whew.
60-yard field goal to do it.
I was
I
like,
was the
wait.
only I was the only team. I was the only person to take the Jets to win this one. And I was the only one to take that
You
loss. I
didn't take the
took that
points
loss
though.
anyway.
You didn't take the
No,
points.
I took him. I took a money line. This was one of my bets. I took a money
Should
line.
have took
I
him.
took a
Yeah,
money
because
line.
he was saying that was gonna be a parlay.
That
I
three
get it.
that 3 points would have you to cover too.
Yeah.
I would have covered.
Yeah.
I absolutely would have covered. But that, like I said, that was my parlay too as well. The next one that we're gonna talk about, I wish we had said here for this one. All of us took L's on this one right here.
Right.
Um, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. The one good thing that I could say came out of
Man,
this game is Emeka Abuke is the freaking truth. This guy don't miss. It's something about these Ohio State wide receivers when they come to the league.
they
Brian
come ready.
Hartline,
They come
they are ready. They are
week
ready, and
one.
everybody kept raving about him, about Emeka Abuka out of Ohio State. And did the Atlanta Falcons learn his name really, really fast?
Yeah.
Um, Man, Bijan Robinson for the Atlanta Falcons started off the scoring for week one for the NFL
Mhm.
5 minutes into the game. So Tampa was literally fighting their guts out. Hey, the quiet question that no one is saying is Baker Mayfield has totally remade himself in a span of 3 years from going out with Sean McVay to
Mm-hmm.
showing that he was a capable quarterback to going to Tampa and following Tom freaking Brady.
Man, that's one of the better redemption stories out. But
Yeah.
I feel the only person that feels worse than me is Sid about this. But lady, I think we both had the same pick on this, which was the over
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. All we need him to do is to make that kick, and that over is guaranteed if someone wins the game.
Well,
No,
I'm
I
glad
think
y'all didn't.
I had the Falcons +2.
Oh, you did? Okay, I know I had
Yeah.
the over,
Mm,
and I said, well, I was rooting for Sid. Guy to
it
come
was
through and make a kick. It goes to 23-23. Then I only need 2 points for the cover, and I get that.
Yeah, right. And we both
In the
needed
overtime.
that kick. And really, I put in my notes. I don't know if y'all pay attention to my notes, but Chris Godwin was out, so I just
Yeah.
knew that it was going to go the other way, like, or at least 1 point, something. But no, no, it
Mm.
didn't. So
Speaking of stories that we have, oh yeah, Cuzzo here said we had multiple black head coaches face off with each
yes,
other in week one. Pittsburgh and the Jets was one of those teams.
Yep.
So absolutely, we and the other one was Atlanta and
Tampa
Tampa.
Bay. Yep.
hmm
Yep. So speaking of which, teams that need to get off to a fast start, but we called this one, Al, and silly me, we said divisional games are always played close, right?
hmm
We said this. So I'm talking about Cincinnati and Cleveland here. And for Cincinnati, they've been talking about getting off to a hot start all year. And
I
they wound
don't
up in a
believe it.
dog fight.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid
Tell us why, Al. Tell us why.
because Cincinnati, as my old in the in the words of the late Denny Green, they are who I thought they were. They
If
are
you want to
not,
crown them,
huh?
if you
They are
want to crown them, crown 'em.
crown them. But
yeah,
Cincinnati, they'll have to show they should have lost that game. If anybody
Mhm.
watched that game and the
yeah,
details of that game, that was a game that they really, really should have lost.
I agree.
So I mean, but kudos to Cleveland for showing that they're not everybody's doormat. I think they
Yes,
came.
Yeah.
I mean, they. I told you, defense travels, and
right.
one thing they do have is a good defense. And I told you, Denzel Ward is a Jamar Chase problem.
Well, this was a division
You
game,
did
so
say that.
it's definitely, we know how that goes. We are NFC East fans. We know that, sometimes the games that you should lose or the games that you should win, it goes the other way.
Hmm.
I That's why I went with the under on that game, because it's a division game and those two were going to battle it out. I knew that was not going to be a high scoring game. That's the only thing I could do. I couldn't pick a winner.
Yeah. Okay. So my question for you guys is this: with the way that Joe Flacco played, how many games do you give him before they move on to one of the rookie quarterbacks?
Oh, I thought Flacco played pretty well, considering he had them ready to play. They were in that game the whole time. I don't see them moving on Flacco unless injury or something. One thing I think Stefanski. One thing you got to think about this coach pick. Stefanski is still trying to hold on to his job,
Yeah.
and you don't usually what I'm saying, you don't job security and a rookie quarterback don't usually go hand in hand, especially if you haven't been winning the previous year. So
Right.
I got Stefanski riding Joe Flacco, a veteran, as long as he can, especially if he gives some comparable quarterback play like he did Sunday.
Yeah, I feel in a similar way. Number one, it has to be injury, or he has to just completely mess up. Like he has to just drop off. Like his stats need to just drop off a cliff or something in order for him to be gone. Um, he gives us sometimes a quarterback just gives hope. And
Yeah,
if you look
yeah,
at this past game, this is a division game, and it's not like he was terrible. So I think he has to be really, really bad or be injured in order for them to go with someone else.
I got you. All right, Jacksonville and
Carolina.
Carolina.
Carolina and
Carolina and
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. What happened? Why am I in here twice?
We don't know what's going on, Pig.
I didn't do
I
that.
was
Okay,
me.
here
I
we go.
apologize. I'm sorry.
I was trying to bring
did
myself
that.
back.
I was trying to bring myself back, and I hit my camera, and I hit the wrong button. I hit remove.
You said, "Come on, Pig."
Yeah, he did. He did.
You said
Okay, so
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Carolina. Travis Hunter. That was pretty much the story about this. And Travis Hunter showed up with a new look.
Yeah,
I'm
And
very surprised.
that
by
was a
I do not know if y'all, but the internet don't miss.
Mm-mm.
That's all I'm gonna say. Is the internet don't miss. My man cut his locks.
Yep.
Cut his locks. He talked about he got to be a new dad.
Got
And
a few more commercials. I bet that wasn't like a few more commercials since they cut them locks.
Mhm.
you think that's what it is?
I know what it is. What it is.
I mean, I
Unfortunately, but
personally,
it's the truth,
I personally ain't care.
right?
We got too many hair stories on that team anyway. In the
You
past
got
few
herbal
years.
essence. You got herbal essence.
Herbal essence. His hair never gets wet. He takes the helmet off, and his hair is just luxurious. And then you got Travis
I
coming
think he
in.
got fans in his helmet.
I'm just saying, like I was like, whatever. What irritated me about the game was just the delay. I get it, I understand, but I was just like, this game's still going,
Man,
But
that game's still going on. I think they still
but
don't.
Well,
I mean, I was comfortable with the outcome. I didn't see any surprises. I went with Jacksonville money line. I'm surprised that the
mhm.
line wasn't different than what it was because I felt like when I started looking into that game, what other outcome were you gonna make?
I
Mhm.
was
I'm
very
only gonna
wrong.
hit. I'm only gonna hit 3 more games here. I'm gonna
Okay.
hit 3 more games, and then we'll be done with this, and we can get on to our making our picks. All
Okay.
right. The next game that I'm gonna hit is this one. I'm gonna go. And I probably yes, the 49ers in Seattle, a division game here. A lot of injuries on the 49ers side, and Sam Darnold turned back the hands of time to the bad Sam Darnold.
I mean,
I didn't see. I honestly didn't see much of that game, so I don't have much to say. But I was. It was a tough game. It was what you probably would expect it from the score.
mhm.
Highlights that I saw. It was a divisional game, man. I don't think Sam Donald looked anymore. I think last night said more about Sam Donald than Sunday did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, they have no offensive weapons since DK Metcalf is gone. Their only offensive weapon is Smith and Jigba. That team is talentless right now.
Yeah.
The struggle bus. That's the struggle bus.
They ain't got no bus here.
They don't have man. You know where the bike sit at on the bus?
Oh man,
On the
crash
that's
crash
where that's where
spot
the
in the front.
Seahawks are. That's where the Seahawks are riding. They riding in the front.
That's just right before the bugs in the windshield.
So let me tell
Yeah.
y'all something that's funny. The only time I ever had faith in the Seahawks, like I was just real strong in my faith in them, was that very first game after Russell left. That was it.
Really? Okay.
That was it. Because
Wow.
I knew they were gonna win. I was like, oh, they got this. They got this. They got to prove a point and blah blah blah. And that was it.
I think this is another coach that's on the hot seat.
Who?
And is Seattle's head coach.
No way. McDonald's on his second year.
I
No
think
way.
so. I'm telling
That's not in year two.
your defense hasn't improved. You traded away your
Their defense has
best.
played well. Their defense
He's
played.
rebuilding though. So
They just got a new. I'm gonna disagree with. I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you on that one, Vic, because I think McDonald's here. If you sign a 5 year, you sign a 5 year contract. I got to a 5 year contract.
Yeah,
to
you
bring up
gotta
some ball
you gotta
home.
get
There's
2 or
no
3.
way in the world you fire him after 2 years.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
this coach is
probably
on a hot
3.
seat.
He got to do
I
3
think
at least.
I think this coach is on a hot seat. I think this coach is on a hot seat. It's either the coach or the GM. One of them
That
is
wouldn't
gone
be
this year.
smart. I'm about to say it wouldn't be smart for the coach.
Or the
That's
GM.
One of them is gone this year. One of them is gone for sure.
We'll
The
see.
next game we're gonna talk about
Can
here
I bet
is
that dollar back on that? Can I bet that dollar owe you?
on that one right there,
oh my goodness.
Lady A. Is that a smart bet? That's
I
not a smart bet. Is
am
it?
not involved in this.
That's not a
Okay.
smart bet. No, Al. We'll find something else to get that. We'll find something else to get that dollar bet back
I'm
on.
about to tell
All
you
right.
now.
No. You just hold on to it right now. It's just a dollar. I'm gonna wait till I get it up to about 50, and then I want you to
I'm
tell
gonna
me.
hold that over my head. They be told me when you put it on the street, I don't pay my debt.
Yep.
You messing
Yep.
with me.
That's what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
All right. The next one I want to talk about here is Detroit Green Bay.
Mm.
Detroit Green Bay here. Wow, Green Bay. We said this a little bit earlier, right? Green Bay has absolutely gotten stronger with the addition of Michael Parsons, but that offense, Green Bay's offense, absolutely looked ridiculous.
Oh,
They
that's
have some new wide receivers. We, I think we forget how good Love is because he's been injured.
I had it. I can tell you very well how good he is. I've seen him up close, several playoff games. So don't you worry about that. I have no problem. Or at least one the last playoff game, should I say? So no, Jordan Love. I think a lot of it. He took a lot of flack last year because he didn't rebound from the second half of the year he had the year before, which he
Hmm
was the hottest thing since fifth
He
grade.
took off.
So everybody was expecting that. Injuries hurt him last year, but people forget they still won 11 games
Yep.
and only lost to 2 teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, this next game,
Oh, you don't want
this
to hear
next
about what
game.
I have to say?
Oh no, I'm sorry, Lady A, because I was so ready to get to this other part that I'm gonna talk about. But go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Go.
You want to talk about how bad Detroit is, but go ahead.
No. So, well, I mean, no, but yes. Okay. So, because Detroit's not who y'all think they are. Okay, let's just put that out there. And so I'm just going to put it out there. I went with the under for this game. And the reason
Yep.
why I did that is because I was looking into it, and the Packers, a lot of people were hurt on their team. So you have to look at this game. And that's the only reason why I went with the under. I knew they were going to win, but I wanted to go with the under because I knew they had a lot of people hurt. So that speaks volumes to the Packers team that they still came out with a win on this,
hmm
on this particular game. Detroit is considered a tough team to beat. I disagree, but people think that. And so the Packers still show that, hey, we have a lot of injuries, but guess what? We still can get this W out. But I think I put it in my notes. I was like, the whole team is like somebody had an injury. Even if they played, they still were listed on the injury report. And that was a little scary for their team. I mean, I don't know if they have recouped because we played them. So
Yeah. Well, like Coach Flynn said, if they got a hangnail, he's throwing them on an injury report for full transparency.
yeah.
Um, the next game I want to talk about it from this point of view. Bruce Glass, you be in our chat sometimes, and Cuzzo, we have a whole chat with you in there as well. But Sunday night, the chat was going off. The deep, the deep, the deep, the deep, the deep, and I was in the bed. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and Lady A and Al were going back and forth to the point where Al told Lady A, get your blue and red pom poms out. And she said, I don't have them.
I'm
I
gonna laugh at
I
that.
love
don't. I don't.
girl.
You don't have them.
Go get that skirt, that blue and red, girl. Go
Mm,
BUFF
mm, mm,
You okay?
mm,
Bills, Bills,
mm.
Bills.
She does not cheer
Mm.
for the mafia. So the Baltimore Ravens were looking like they were going
That's
to
Cowboys.
run them out of the building. Hey Terry, we appreciate you too, man. We really do. Thank you, Terry. Make sure you like and subscribe to us, man, and give us
Yes,
that good
thank you,
thumbs
Terry.
up because we really really do appreciate it. Um, listen, Baltimore, and I can't lie, Derrick Henry, whoever had Derrick Henry in fantasy was making some money.
Yeah.
They
I
was
think
making
we know. Do
some
we know
money.
who? Don't we know who that was? We knew who that was, right?
Did we
Somebody
find
had.
out who that was?
We did. They
Who,
won.
who,
I think they were number one on the our
no,
fantasy.
I don't think it was Otis. I don't think it was Omar Cummings. Omar
Mm-mm.
Cummings.
Omar coming. Get it right.
Omar coming. Omar played Otis this weekend, and Otis took a bad L because he had 125 points and got mollywopped.
Yeah.
And that's
I
that's the only
mean,
reason why Omar Cummings is
having
number
Derrick
I
one.
had
Henry,
50, 60 points on the bench.
having Derrick Henry on your fantasy football team is a cheat code. It really is. It's
Picking
a cheat code.
picking, and I picked fourth.
Yeah,
Picking Derrick Henry
yeah, that's a cheat code.
is the genius move.
That's a cheat code. I mean,
Right.
I
I
really,
don't know.
I in truth, Al, I'm not
I'm
trying
on
to
the Saquon.
I'm not trying to knock you at all, but
Okay.
it's not a genius move because I feel like this.
Hal had a GM with him.
Well,
He
you're
was just the
supposed
owner.
to. He doesn't.
The
He doesn't
GM was
follow
telling him,
Jerry. He said, "I'm going to call in a GM." So I get that. But Derrick Henry, it's not even that it was genius. It's like that's what you should do. Like
Three people got the pick before me. And
and
Pick
here's
had
the,
B. John, and B. John Robinson had the most picks, most points of any fantasy running back this week.
and so
he
keep
did.
this in mind,
And I
Pitt.
had him.
Remember years ago, we played Tennessee, and I
Yep.
was in our chat going off. I want to say we played them at home, and I
Yeah.
was sitting. So I'm in the stands, and I'm sending y'all messages. I was like, Derrick Henry is a problem. Get him off the field. Like it was a problem for me, and I have been saying that he's a problem ever since. This was
And the
years ago.
man is how old? He's 30.
Older than that, I think he's like 31, 30, 31.
He is a problem.
Yeah.
Like
He turned back the
Future,
hands of
definitely
time.
future Hall of Fame. And why quite surely, I think he could contend for that rushing, even though Emmett said it way up there because Emmett, I don't know who he is, but he in the active running backs right now.
yeah, he's
You know,
the only one on the top 10 as
yeah,
far as active. Yeah.
and still has
Let,
several years because Baltimore has given him new life.
let me say
I
something to you.
mean, real
Let me
talk.
say something to you. Let me say something to you. Real talk here. Buffalo don't want to tackle him. Nobody in Buffalo's secondary
Oh,
wants to tackle
if they
him.
play that game 10 times, Baltimore wins at least 8 of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen. Last year he did the same thing to Buffalo, right?
Twice.
That
Well, the first game,
that's
the last game he had 199 yards. Because the bad thing is, I remember, I don't know, somebody took a bad beat because they had a huge payoff for him to get over 200 yards, which is a crazy prop bet to bet. But
Yeah.
and he had 199.
he did it this year. He went over 200 this year.
I had
Yeah.
170,
171.
170,
31 years old. His birthday's June 4th. He's
January.
31 years.
January.
January 1st. January, my bad. January 4th.
31.
January 4th. Bruce Lassie, crack researcher for First Thing Podcast. He's always on it. Bruce Lassie, I appreciate you, man.
Let me Google
Yeah,
that.
one of your hosts already give you the answer of 31 just to make sure, being RB, that's my specialty. So
Yeah, you're
There
right.
you
You're right.
go.
Listen. But Buffalo and
Superman.
I heard Von Miller
Call him right
say
now.
this today. He said there is no quit in Josh Allen.
Superman.
No quit.
I wouldn't call him Superman, but I don't see a quit.
Was Sunday.
He said there's no quit.
Put on
And
his
he
tape Sunday.
he did. He willed that team to victory. I mean, I thought that game was over. Everybody thought that game was over.
So did Baltimore and some Buffalo Bills fans who left early.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't get back in the stadium.
Nope.
Did y'all see did y'all watch the video I sent y'all with the Lamar Jackson dubbed over post game?
Terrible. I'm not participating in that nonsense.
Yeah, co-signing that.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. Some Baltimore fans, once again, the internet does not lose. The internet does not lose. All right. And somebody tell me why in the world Lamar Jackson's wearing a shiesty mask in September, early September.
Oh no, it was cold in Buffalo tonight. It was 51 degrees tonight.
This is Buffalo. That's
It
Canada.
was
So
51 degrees. It was 51. It was a brisk. It was 51 degrees in Buffalo that day.
right when
Hey,
you're
get that
playing in
done
the
right now.
North Pole, it's a thing.
It's not the North Pole. It's North America.
It's might as well
It's
be.
northern United States.
It's the
Lady
North.
A,
It's
Lady A, read this comment.
the northern United States.
Right, Cuzzo? Because Derrick
He did
Henry,
it again.
he's a problem.
He did it again. He did it. He did it on his second TD run when the
And,
safety came up,
and
and
shout
he just
out,
get out of here.
I'm telling you, see, Derrick Henry, he's contagious, right? So shout out to Julius, because even in preseason, I was like, oh, he out there looking like Derrick
Yeah,
Henry hurdles over people. I'm like, that's a Derrick Henry feeling, that comes from that's contagious, and
that
he's
is. That
infecting other
is.
people. So Baltimore, as time goes on, he's going to be infecting his teammates. Just keep that in mind, y'all, because
Last
iron
game we're
sharpens
talking about here.
iron.
Last game we're talking about here before we get to our Thursday night picks is, and get ready to put your picks into the chat, is the Monday night game, Chicago and the Vikings. Talk about a tale of two halves. First half of the game, Caleb Williams couldn't miss. Could not miss. Used his legs. His feet were perfectly aligned. Everything was just looking really good. Second half, a totally different story. Their running game fell off. Caleb started reverting back to some old things. And meanwhile, you might as well say the rookie QB, because this is his first time being able to play. Um, McCart, what the heck? What is his name? McCarty.
AJ
I can't
McCarthy,
remember his
and he's actually
AJ. Yeah,
eligible. He's actually eligible for the Rookie of the Year
no, he's not.
because he set up last year. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's not eligible.
He set up for rookies. He's eligible for my
He's not.
Rookie of the Year.
He's eligible for your rookie of the year. Okay. Yeah, my bad, Lady A. Lady A's and she's corrected me. I said 2 games, 5 games ago. But that's a tale of two halves right there. We all know how that wound up. In pick, and Lady A took the dubs, and San and Al did not. Okay, let's get to it. The graphics department did do something right today.
Mm,
Look at
it should be more.
Ooh, somebody is a straight hater. We got Washington traveling to Green Bay short week after practice tomorrow. They board the plane, they head out to Green Bay, get a good night's sleep, get themselves up on Thursday, and get ready to square off with the Green Bay Packers. You all saw it. You saw what went down for both of these teams. Somebody is leaving with an L, and somebody's leaving 2-0. Let's hope it is the good guys. And Al, who are the bad guys?
Green Bay money line. Let's keep it simple.
I asked the question, and Al went right past it. Al went right past it. I
Who
said,
are the good
who are
guys? The good guys are
yeah.
the Green Bay. The bad guys are you all every time. That's not a question.
Sometimes the bad guys gotta win.
No,
Sometimes the
no,
bad
the
guys
good
just gotta
guys.
win.
Don't worry, good guys will not finish last on Thursday night.
Okay,
Green
well
Bay.
let me get this line. Lady A,
I'm sorry.
can
I thought you was picking
can
lines. I'm sorry.
let me get this line out. You got the Washington Commanders coming in at +3.5 at -115. +3.5 at -115. The money line is +158. The Green Bay Packers are -3.5 at -105, and their money line is -190. Al, remember, you get 3 points at home. So
Mhm.
they're only saying that they're half a point better than Washington.
It's a close game.
This is a very, very
I
close game.
think it'll be a very close game. You're right. I'm and with all due respect to you all, I think this will be I'm very interested in seeing this game for two reasons. I want to know is Green Bay is as good as advertised? Was Detroit really that bad, or was the Green Bay that good? I already know the Giants were bad. So and you all beat them as you all should. It's hard sometimes, and it's a divisional opponent. So they know you all well. So respect be that way. So is the Giants? I mean, I'm sorry. Is Green Bay for real? And being for real, if you're going to do what you're trying to get to, this is a game at home. They have to win, and I want them to win in dominant fashion. I want to quiet up the town a little bit, and I want to see if my lying eyes, what my lying eyes are telling me. about Green Bay, so I wouldn't watch that.
Al, you know that if we win this, the town is going to go bananas, right?
I mean, it's already bananas. What's the difference? I did what you. I did. It's bananas, and you're in Texas. Trust me, it's bananas around. These
You
people.
think that's
I
something
had
you
a
should you should
conversation.
you should
I mean,
surpass.
just to be real, I had a conversation about. I was at a house full of Commander fans last night, and one of the Commanders fans was trying to tell me
Mm,
that Austin Eckler was a better running back than Josh Jacobs, and that if Josh Jacobs was in Washington, he wouldn't play over Austin Eckler. And I said, you're smoking crack.
mm.
You need to go to rehab
Okay,
because
Lady A has a disclaimer for us. Lady A has a disclaimer for us.
Well, the first disclaimer is that Al's thoughts and comments do not reflect everyone on First
They
String
do
Podcast.
not.
That's
They
my
do not.
first disclaimer. I want to say that. I think I've already kind of alluded to that earlier.
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure I double down on that.
Hmm.
Okay. But if you or someone you know is facing challenges with gambling, support is accessible. The National Council on Problem Gambling offers various resources such as FAQs, a self assessment for gambling behavior, details on treatment, and a helpline to link you with local assistance. You can call 1-800-GAMBLER. That is 1-800-426-2537. You can also text 800GAM. You can visit them on the web at ncpgambling.org.
Okay, so we are using Caesars as of right now for our lines. I just wanted to tell you this and to put this out. The Caesar has this. Just do with it what you will. It's a hot a rookie hot shot, right? They have Bill Jakrowski Merritt or Jacoby Jakrowski Merritt for anytime TD, Matthew Golden for anytime TD, uh, Krosky Merritt plus 50 yards rushing, and the last one is Golden plus 50 yards receiving, a four-leg parlay. A $10 bet will cash you out. It's plus 2,400 plus 2,450. So a $10 bet will get you 245. A
Mhm.
$10 bet will get you 245. They have other parlays on there. I'm sticking with straight bets. So since Pick is in last place, he goes first. I am going Commanders plus the 3.5
Okay. Why pick?
because I like my team to win.
Okay.
better money line. Oh,
Ow.
yeah. So you saying basically
You
what
want me
you're
to
saying?
say it with my chest? You want me to say it with my chest? You know what?
I'm
That plus
gonna ask you.
158,
So
that
basically, what
plus
you're saying is
158 does look real good.
you trust the Raiders more than you trust your own team because you bet them money last week.
Al,
You
you
bet the
can't double
Jets.
talk me. Only
You
thing you
trust
can
you
do,
trust the
only
Jets. You trust the Jets more than you trust your own team.
DJ
You bet on
for
money last
real, DJ, for
DJ,
real,
speak on
DJ,
that. Speak on that,
for real,
DJ.
DJ. DJ, you make sure you check in and put your picks in there so we can find out what place
Well,
you're
see,
gonna be
so
in there,
here's the
buddy.
thing. You can't get mad at DJ
I'm
Pick.
not mad. I just
You
want
be in
DJ to put
last
his picks
place.
in
Did
You
there.
you
be
see
in last
that?
place a lot.
He's just
What'd you say?
delivering. He's
Huh?
the delivery man of truth. That's
You
all
be
he
in
is.
last place a lot, Pick. I want you
Can
to
I get a
continue.
bless your heart? Can I get a bless your heart?
The whole thing is to bless your heart. That's the whole thing.
Thank
It's
you. From your words to Jesus' ears, I will win that title this year. Thank you, lady. I appreciate it.
mm,
Next thing we're talking about the undefeated playoff
you
run
need
he
to put the
got.
line out on that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know
So
what? Come
you,
on, Al. Let's get your pick.
it's real easy. I've already stated. Nothing more needs to be said. I've already given Green Bay money line right
Money
there.
line. Oh, okay.
Money line.
Hmm.
He's saying it with his
I
chest,
don't.
huh?
I don't feel like dealing with points. I'm just saying they're going to beat you all and show
Okay.
you all that they're the better team that night.
Come
Okay.
on, Lady A.
Okay. So with that said, I do want to point out that these teams and like we alluded to earlier when Candy was on, these two teams they tend to be neck and neck in the conference. They tend to be really close. Both teams have made adjustments this season on both sides of the ball. I am going to go ahead and take the Commanders with the spread. That's typically what I do, but we have made changes this year. But I think I'm in a good spot to be able to take them with the spread right now
You
and still get
are.
my
You are.
full
This is not.
It's just 3 points. Why not take it?
and get my
Yeah, it's not. It's
full
not too. Yeah, get your full
and get
point. So
my
now listen.
full point because I don't do half points.
This weekend we do have a couple of games that I'm looking at right now. They are minus 200. We have a
Hmm.
couple of games that are minus 200 this week. Oh wow! I'm talking about the. Oh my God, the Bills and the Jets
We
is just
hey
totally
hey we're not
disrespectful.
going there right now. Pick we're gonna
We
go
just
there.
you know that's
That's
that's for
for Saturday.
Sunday.
That's for Saturday. So for those
That's
of
for
you who
Saturday.
are
That's for Saturday.
interested,
Hey man,
Saturday is the day.
Saturday's gonna be a tough day. You got that fight Sunday. I forget we got that fight Saturday.
Oh
Saturday.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
meaning we
We
got
got a
it.
fight on
So
Saturday. We gonna
Saturday, tune in,
we're
get
not
your
playing around
picks.
Saturday. We
We
got
ain't
Bud Crawford.
playing. We gonna get them picks in there, right?
Yes.
And we gonna keep it moving so
All
that
right,
everyone
so
can enjoy their time watching the fight. They can kick their feet up and watch the fight, and they have
I
their
might
picks already in.
I might be picking from the couch on Saturday.
Mm.
I might be picking from the
Well,
couch on
don't be
Saturday.
too.
So
No, you need to pick from right there because that way you will be motivated. You won't be too relaxed or anything. You're gonna be on your game. You're
He's
gonna be
gonna
on
be
point,
he's
and
gonna
you're
be
gonna pick
drinking from
amazing picks, right?
he's gonna be drinking his depression away from that Thursday night game. That's
Oh,
what he,
don't be like that. Don't be like
Al
that.
is such a
I
hater.
can't
Al is
sign
such
up
a
for
hater. Well, I can tell you right now,
he'll be
Al's already
drowning
starting
his
off 0
sorrow.
1 this week. He's starting over 0 1 this week. Fed's pick will be put into our chat so that everyone has his pick.
that. Yes.
We will see you all on Saturday. We need a guest picker. Corey, Bruce, Cuzzo, we need a guest picker for Saturday. You guys hit me up. Let me know if you're available. So we need a guest picker for this Saturday. So hit me up. Let me know who is available to pick games. And our fantasy graphics will be up. Al is 1-0, leading the team right
What
now.
you want me to put
Um,
it up? Why
you got it set.
you ain't tell me that you ain't have it up? See, pick you gotta let your people know now.
Okay, that's why I said Saturday. I got it for Saturday. I'm gonna
Oh,
put it in there
well,
Saturday. Oh
but
yeah, I'm gonna put it in.
today we Saturday we already into week 2.
But the standings won't change. It won't change. It'll just be a couple people that had players going because it ain't over till Monday night. So yeah,
Right.
yeah. So we'll put our
You
fantasy
sure you don't
standings
want me
up.
to put it up right now? You
Yeah,
sure?
yeah. We're about to get out of here. We're about to get out of here.
Okay.
We left a little bit of crumbs on the table. We were supposed to talk about the MLB standings because we were about to head into mid-September. So I promise you, we will pick that up on Tuesday of next week. We'll look at MLB and where their standings are and who's playing
Go
for home field
next.
advantage and things like that. They are way out of it, man. They looking at drafting
But
again.
they messing up other people's chances now.
Well, they are. They
They are.
absolutely are.
I sent you a
Um,
score the last game. That was awful.
Awful.
yes, it was. So once again, thank you all for watching First Thing Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in with us next week. Oh man, I have it on my calendar, but I can't even tell you who our guest is on next Tuesday. I'll tell you on Saturday, who our guest is.
Well, how about
So you
this? If
guys will
they
tune in.
follow us, they'll see it when it goes up.
Yeah, yeah, you will.
The
You'll
alert.
see it. Yep, you will. Make sure you hit that bell. All right. So thank you again for watching. Thank you all again for watching. Thank you to our guest CWALL for keeping us informed. Please make sure you follow her on all of her um, social media platforms. She is a great follow. She keeps you informed. You hear her voice during the Washington Commanders press conferences and things of that nature. Now you can put a face with that as well. Is make sure you check her out an hour before the game. Thank you to Jeff Walker, who we have a new theme song coming here pretty soon. So thank you to Jeff Walker for joining us today. He had to leave out to go DJ. We really do appreciate Jeff for stopping by. He's one of our family members, like I said.
Yeah.
Sid has made it in and gone again safely. He did make it in and he's gone to his second job. So he's good. He's good to go. Al,
Yes.
um, any words for the Cowboys?
We better dominate these Giants on Sunday like nobody's business.
Is that a
I
1 o'clock
can't
game?
wait. It
Yes.
is. I can't wait to see how many moon balls Russ throws on on Sunday. I hope he
You
moonballs
don't
all over
worry
the
about
place.
you don't Russ don't need to be in your vocabulary right now because you got J-Lo, Jordan Love coming to, and you got to go to his house. So that's what your concentration and your focus needs to be on.
He did sound like he said J Lo. You said J
He
Lo
said
or
J.
J
He
Lo?
said J Lo. He said J Lo.
J-Lo, Jordan Love, that's what the nickname
But
is.
his J Lo is a
You shouldn't
person.
be that. J
But
Lo
that's
is a whole
J-Lo
female.
in football purposes is Jordan Love.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let me tell you this. We're gonna treat J Lo the way Diddy did to J Lo.
You know what?
We're gonna
You in
we're gonna
timeout.
cancel it. Oh, okay. My bad. I was about to get my
You in timeout. And a fine. You just
Yeah, P. Diddy ain't a word you can say on here too much right now, baby oil Jr.
hey and ow.
That was Corey. I thought that was Corey with the baby oil.
I was repeating Corey. That's all I was.
Oh my goodness. So Corey just got a stray as well.
Oh, this is Purdy. Breaking news. Purdy's out for the season.
Oh, hey, Philly Mac OG.
Mm, mm,
We got an Eagles fan. Hey, listen, Philly Mac OG, we gotta have you on the show Philly week, okay? So,
Philly Mike.
hey, yeah, Philly Mike OG, catch me on Twitter at toothpick74. It's right there in my name. Hit me with a DM. We gotta have you on here. We'd love to talk some birds and talk that talk with you. So for sure, welcome to the family. Make sure you like and subscribe. Purdy's out just now.
I haven't seen that yet, so let's not record.
Mac Jones named the starter.
Let me check ESPN news real quick.
Ask Bruce Glass, is it true? Ask Bruce Glass if it's true.
Was Bruce gonna do the same thing Al doing?
I do not see that as breaking news.
You don't see it? You don't see it as
That
breaking
would be
news?
breaking news yet. That would be breaking news.
That's Adam Schefter type real estate right there. But
don't
for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Are we good to go? Did we cover everything?
Everything we need to.
Lady A, did we miss anything?
Because I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, you've already addressed what we have missed. We're gonna cover on Tuesday, so we're good.
On Tuesday. There we go. All right, man. Here we go. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force. First in podcast, second to none. Come get some. You know, Sid would say, "Go Dogs," and I'm gonna say, "Raise hell."
How about them?
Not them boys. They need help.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, first string is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Say it from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the